Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of October 23, 2024, at the headquarters of the Bronzo Party Inspection Committee and the City Party Committee, a conference were held to announce decision by the Secretariat and the Bronzo Party Standing Committee on Personnel Affairs. The conference was attended by Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, a member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of the Bronzo Party Committee, and Chairman of the Bronzo People Council.
At the Provincial Party Inspection Committee, the Provincial Party Organization Committee announced the decisions by Secretariat approving Mr. Nguyễn Thị Hồng Loan, Deputy Secretary of the City Party Committee and Chairwoman of the City People's Council, and Mr. Nguyễn Thái Bình, member of Provincial Party Inspection Committee, to join the Provincial Party Inspection Committee and serve as Deputy Chief of the Provincial Party Inspection Committee for the 2020-2025 term. The Secretariat also approved Mr. Trần Thế Phong, Head of Operational Department 2 of the Provincial Party Inspection Committee, to join the Tayninh Provincial Party Inspection Committee for the 2020 and 2025 term. Additionally, the Provincial Party Standing Committee announced decisions regarding the rotation and appointment of Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Cường, member of Provincial Party Inspection Committee, to join the Executive Committee, participating in the Standing Committee and serve as Permanent Deputy Secretary of the City Party Committee for the 2020 and 2025 term, effective from October the 23rd of 2024. At the City Party Committee, the Provincial Party Organization Committee also announced decisions by Provincial Party Standing Committee to transfer Mr. Nguyễn Thị Hồng Loan, Deputy Secretary of the City Party Committee, Chairwoman of the City People's Council, to take up a new position at Provincial Party Inspection Committee, effective from October 23rd of 2024. Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, member of Party Central Committee, Secretary of Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of Provincial People's Council, encourages the new appointed and transfer and rotated officials to continue demonstrating responsibility, competence, and experience in their work. He also urged them to strive for further improvement, unity, and collaboration with the new agencies and teams to successfully fulfill their assigned tasks.
The documents for the party congress at all levels for 2025-2030 term must objectively and scientifically assess the situation of the party committee and locality, thereby setting out direction, goals, and tasks that are lowest aligned with reality to achieve effective implementation, stated Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of the Bronzo People Council, during a special conference on the dissemination of Central, Provincial, and Bronzo Party Standing Committee directly related to the party congress at all levels for the 2025-2030 term. Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm emphasized that all party committees and organizations must continue to thoroughly and comprehensively disseminate the content and requirements of Politburo Directive number 35, as well as the plans and guidelines from the Central Committee and local party committee to ensure consensus for a successful organization of party congresses at all levels. He urged meticulous preparation of all Congress-related matters. Regarding personnel for the Congress, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm emphasized the need to strictly adhere to the principles of the democratic centralism, ensuring compliance with procedure, standard condition, quantity, quality, and a reasonable structure. He also stressed the importance of guiding ideological works, listening to the opinions of provincial party members and the public, and promptly addressing concerns and obstacles. Additionally, he called for enhancing communication effort to create an uplifting atmosphere across the entire party, military, and people in anticipation of the Congress. The Secretary of the Bronzo Party Committee also urged party committee and organizations to continue leading and directing the implementation of targets and tasks, striving to successfully fulfill the resolution of the Party Congress for the 2020-2025 term, thus laying a solid foundation for the upcoming term.
And on the morning of October 23rd, the TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee held a special conference to disseminate the Central Provincial Party Committee and Provincial Party Standing Committee announcement and documents related to party conferences at all levels for the 2025 to 2030 term. The conference was held online with the connection point to 105 local sites across the province. At the main hall, the Provincial Party Committee's hall, Mr. Winton Tam, a member of Party Central Committee, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman Provincial People's Council, chaired the conference. During the conference, advisory and assistant bodies of the Provincial Party Committee presented and explained the documents from the Central Committee as well as from the Provincial Party Committee and Provincial Party Standing Committee concerning the upcoming party conferences at all levels for the 2025 to 2030 term. And the key topics included communication strategies for the 14th National Party Conference and preparations for the declare and play-out of the party conferences at various levels. Additionally, the Provincial Party Standing Committee's plan to monitor and assess public opinions on the local party conferences will discuss and along with the process for gathering the public feedback on the draft documents for the 12th Thailand Provincial Party Conference and the 14th National Party Conference.
Ladies and gentlemen, continuing the agenda of the A session, on the morning of October 23rd, the National Assembly discussed several points of contention in the draft law on juvenile justice. Representative Huỳnh Thanh Phương from the TayNinhTV delegation shared many opinions and suggestions on the draft law.
According to Clause 1, Article number 18 of the draft, a juvenile's refusal to confess is not considered a lack of cooperation. Representative Huỳnh Thanh Phương argued that currently, since the confession and remorse are considered mitigating circumstances under Article number 51 of the Penal Code, and they are taken into account when determining the sentence based on whether the defendant is cooperative or not. The draft law stipulates that the statements of the juveniles must be respected and not deemed unreliable solely due to their age. And however, the regulation that a juvenile's refusal to confess is not considered a lack of cooperation is inconsistent. It neither encourages juveniles to tell the truth to be respected and considered reliable, nor prevents complications in the process of determining the objective truth, and onto the responsibility of approving good lies with judicial authorities. The law should encourage the cooperation and policies should take into account sincere admissions. Additionally, under the Article number 69 to 72 of the draft law, decisions to apply or not apply diversion measures can be appealed or challenged. The decision made by authorized person, as prescribed in Article number 71, is legally binding and is considered final. Currently, the People's Court Council has function of supervising the resolution of petition in judicial activities, and thus the resolution to complaints about the application or non-application of diversion measures should also be considered as a part of judicial complaints resolution. However, Article number 72 of the draft law does not include a provision requiring the competent authority responsible for resolving the complaint, such as investigative agencies or courts. And as for the regulation regarding the responsibility and rights of those directly overseeing the implementation of diversion measures, Representative Huỳnh Thanh Phương also would like to point out that their workload will be increased and their responsibility will become greater. But the regulations regarding their rights are too limited, particularly regarding policies and support when they take on additional tasks. And thus, Representative Huỳnh Thanh Phương recommended that when developing guidelines for these legal provisions, special attention should be paid to the policies and support mechanisms for those assigned to directly supervise the implementation of diversion measures.
From October 21st to 26, 2024, a working delegation led by Mr. Thieu Huy Hoàng, Deputy Director of the Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism of TayNinhTV Province, in collaboration with the Ho Chi Minh City Department of Tourism, organized a workshop to promote Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh City tourism in Singapore. The event attracted over 200 guests from Singaporean partners. Notably, the workshop features a dedicated session on TayNinhTV tourism, showcasing materials, publications, a New festival, accommodation option, restaurant, and hotels in the province. This tourism promotion workshop not only serves as an opportunity in introducing TayNinhTV destination, but also facilitated connection between Singaporean tourism businesses and their counterpart in TayNin, fostering experience exchange and encouraging mutual tourism between TayNin and Singapore.
And the goal of digital transformation is to enhance the rights and practical benefits for the citizens and businesses to adapt to the strong shifts in the digital environment. TayNin Province is making efforts to develop digital systems to improve the quality of life. Implementing the project developing application for data on residents, electronic identification and verification to serve the national digital transformation for the period of 2022 to 2025 with a vision to 2030. Project 6, the database on residents in the province is gradually being completed and utilized to support the socio-economic activities. The establishment and utilization of the resident database has promoted the development of various utilities aimed at forming digital citizens, completing the digital ecosystem, and enhancing the digital resources related to residents. And additionally, relevant sectors are also working step by step to refine the digital ecosystem to facilitate the connection, exploitation, and enrichment of resident data.
The halal market catering on Muslim represents significant potential in terms of scale, population, spending levels, and diversity of status. This is a rare opportunity for Vietnam's export industry, particularly in agriculture. However, it's also a demanding market with its strict halal standard, making it challenging to introduce agricultural and food products into this sector. Currently, Vietnam exports only about 20 products to the halal market. Despite having many investors in agriculture and food and being deeply integrated through various free trade agreements, Vietnam's participation in the global halal market remains disproportionate to its potential. We have hardly accessed the market, and the volume of Vietnamese rich in country with Muslim population about 1/3 of the world population and over 50% of the global market value indicate that we are missing out. For food products, halal standards require that the preparation process for halal food must adhere to Islamic rule, and the integrity, safety, and hygiene of the products must be maintained throughout the supply chain. However, exporting halal products is no longer a challenge if business comply with halal regulation. I believe that Vietnam, as an agricultural country, has all the necessary raw material. However, we must now apply halal standards, starting with the selection of raw material, then processing them according to halal procedure, and finally packaging. Vietnam is one of the largest agricultural and aquatic products exporter in the world, and has many products suitable to the needs of Muslims. In particular, the geographical location is near major halal market. As halal standard is recently improved and expanded to many products groups, it will have a strong impact on Vietnam export to goods and services. In light of the emergence of numerous disease outbreaks in livestock across various provinces, the TayNin Provincial People Committee has issued a directive requiring relevant departments, agencies, and local authorities to promptly and effectively implement the National Animal Disease Prevention Program approved by the government. The Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is tasked with accurately reporting the status of animal disease, surveillance results, total livestock statistics, vaccination data, and management of disease-free area on the Vietnamese Animal Disease Management Information System. Additionally, the department is to entrust the Livestock and Veterinary Department to compile data and evaluate the results of the National Disease Prevention Program, noting any challenges and proposing solutions to the Animal Health Department by November 30, 2024.
And to develop a model of Vietnamese goods sales points that promotes trade in line with the production business characteristics of the province, Trang Bang Town has implemented a plan from August of 2024 in coordination with the Department of Industry and Trade. Participants in the Vietnamese goods sales points model will receive support from the Department of Industry and Trade, including the self-display cabinets and product racks and signage. And these points will feature some domestically produced products with clear origins that meet food safety and hygiene standards, and thereby protecting the consumer rights. The Vietnamese Good Sell Points motto has initially proven effective by establishing a reputable distribution channel for Vietnamese products, positively influencing consumer shopping habits. And with funding support from the TayNinhTV Department of Ministry and Trade, the attention of the Thai Party Committee and the People's Committee, this motto is implemented within the framework of the campaign Vietnamese People Give Prioritize Using Vietnamese Goods, and the active support from various departments and unions, officials, and citizens has contributed to rising awareness about the consumption and gradually fostering a culture of appreciation for the Vietnamese products.
After nearly 5 years implementing Directive number 33 dated December 5, 2018 from the Prime Minister regarding the strategic measure to ensure the community reintegration of individuals who have completed their prison sentences in the province, there has been a significant transformation in the awareness, responsibility, and specific actions of local government at all levels, as well as department, social organization, and the general public. Recently, various departments and local people committee at the district and communal levels have engaged in direct legal education and consultation for over 500 individuals who have completed their prison sentences. They have provided job counseling for 980 people and supportive vocational training loans for 69 individuals, encouraging businesses and organizations to create jobs for more than 530 people, with practical and tangible support in terms of both moral and material resources from local authority and relevant organizations. Many individuals returning to their community after serving their sentences have been given opportunity to seek employment, improve their economic condition, and successfully reintegrate into society. The audience discussing the draft law on juvenile justice and the National Assembly session on the morning of October 23rd. Delegates expressed strong agreement on the need to develop on juvenile justice law to fully institutionalize the party guidelines and policy related to the care, education, and protection of children. The law aims to establish regulations that are appropriate for the specific characteristics and psychology and manner, address the limitation of the current legal system, and align with global trends and practice observed in many countries in the world. Regarding the assignment of the Ministry of Labor and Family and Social Affairs, the Ministry of Justice or the Ministry of Public Security is the permanent body existing the National Council for Juvenile Justice. There was an unanimous agreement to designate the Ministry of Public Security for this role. The decision ensures alignment with the function and responsibilities of the police force in managing investigation work, overseeing the execution of criminal sentence, and operating educational facility. It also harmonizes with the activities of the Steering Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse and the fight against drama and legal violation related to the individuals under 18 years old, which is currently led by the Ministry of Public Security. Assigning the police as the permanent body for management juvenile justice is appropriate given their function and responsibilities. Furthermore, the police will handle the nature of information regarding minors and will also consider diversion measures in the early steps of processing. I agree with the review statement that the police should serve as the permanent body assisting the National Council for Juvenile Justice, while supporting the provision that allows for the separation of cases involving minors. And delegate emphasized that this approach provides flexibility in the implementation process, allowing the prosecuting authority to consider and decide accordingly. Based on the specifics of each case, the prosecuting authority will compare the provision of the juvenile justice law with the criminal procedure court to decide whether to separate the case involving the minor or to resolve it jointly with the adult in the same case. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.